You know Suzanne is serious when she has a whole page full of philosophical and societal quotes. Welcome back, guys, to my personal video diary, a place where I rant about books, book characters, literally everything about books, my own personal video diary that cannot be held against me. Why did that sound so ominous? Just a joke, calm down. As you can see, I got this new lamp courtesy of Amazon. I'm so sick of using my ugly old yellow light right here. I'm so sick of using this for reading because it literally like is the worst lighting when it comes to reading at night. Anyway, I'm here to talk about Sunrise on the Reaping, which I am in the process of reading. I am 58 pages in so far, and this will be a spoiler-free vlog. I'll try to get some reading shots in when I can, but it'll have also some like reading updates, sit down talking, which that's really kind of what I'm starting to like more, is like talking videos. Yeah, so basically I'm about to hit chapter 5. We have Haymitch, who is the main character of this book. Lucy Gray's story, Haymitch's story, and then the trilogy that we all know and love that captivated fans all across the world. I am 58 pages in. We have Haymitch. He has a love interest, his partner for life, Lenore Dove, who has strong insinuations and implications that she was part of the Covey, who Lucy Gray was also a part of that group, that musical troupe. If you've read all the other books and watched all the other movies, there are some very, very, very fun like Easter eggs in this book that I have already like highlighted and underlined and annotated. I'm a very big annotator, so that's what I'm going to be doing with this book. Spoiler free, like I said, so since it just came out, I'm not going to try to mess it up for anybody. So yeah, that will be a big part of this book. As we all know, Haymitch he lives in District 12 with his family and Lenore Dove, all the people he knows and loves. His birthday is on Reaping Day, so literally every year he wakes up with a fear gripping his chest, like, oh, am I gonna be picked? Am I not? The reaping comes, and basically since it's the quarter quell, it's the 50th Hunger Games, they are picking 4 tributes from each district. Makes the stakes all that much higher. So they pick 2 girls, 2 boys. One of the boys is Wyatt Callow. Another kid was about to get called, but he runs and gets his head blown apart, unfortunately. So he is no longer a viable option to be a tribute. They pick Haymitch to be a tribute because he steps in while there's a big altercation going on and Lenore Dove is about to get hit with a rifle. So Haymitch steps in, protecting his love as he should, and he gets hit in the head with this rifle. And then the Effie Trinket of this book, the lady that is calling the names, she ends up picking Haymitch because he's like, well, we got another tribute. We replaced the one that just got shot. Let's pick him, okay? And then the 2 other girls are Macy Donner and Luella McCoy, I think. They're both from all 4 tributes are from very like polar opposite like wavelengths of the district. Like they don't adopt the same attitudes, the same morals, what have you. But they are all in this together. And I am to the part where they are on their way to the Capitol. They have just arrived to the Capitol, and they're all trying to figure out who to ally with to ensure each other's survival, even though only one person can survive. And I'm about to start chapter 5, and that is all the updates I have for now. I will give y'all some more later. Suzanne Collins makes the most interesting names for her characters. I'm on the part where the glam team is about to beautify everyone, I guess, for the interviews or whatever. Just listen to this. Hi, Haymitch, says the girl breathlessly. I'm Proserpina, and this is Vitus. We're your prep team, and we're here to make you gorgeous. Where does she get these names? How does it occur to name characters like this? Like the names are cool, but it's just like even Haymitch, like what? I've never heard of any of these names before. So I just thought that was interesting. Like Magno Stift. District 12 got Magno Stift again when they're talking about his stylist. So I'm in the part where they are getting ready to do the tribute parade, where they like ride in the chariots and present themselves to the people of the Capitol and to the world, right? And Luella is a sweet little girl who Haymitch has decided to ally with, and he gives her like a little speech, like hyping her up, like, you are loved, better, raised better, and a whole lot better company. You are the best ally I could ever hope for. Okay, sweetheart? Which I'm guessing is where he gets that saying from. And she nods and straightens up. You and me to the end, right, hey? You and me to the end, I promise. Something tells me it's not going to be you and me to the end, if you know what I mean. Not even halfway through the book, and we lose someone important. Chariot accident. It got so crazy. Chariots flying into each other. It's all a blur. And one of them dies. We have another reference from the original trilogy. We have Beatty, who's a victor from District 3. I don't know if I mentioned Wyrus already, but Wyrus, Beatty, and Mags mentioned in this book. Makes sense because it's a prequel. Looks like he's about to train, I was about to say Coriolanus. He's about to train Haymitch on some survival stuff, so. And apparently, Beatty's son, Ambert, is there as a tribute and wanting to ally with Haymitch and his friends. Or not friends, but fellow tributes. Crazy. Low-key, I think... I keep wanting to say Corio. Low-key, I think Haymitch was just called to the principal's office because I'm on a scene where they, the tributes are leaving training and they feel very confident, and then they stop abruptly and Macely is like, where are we? This is really quick. It shouldn't take us this long, or it shouldn't take us this quickly to get to the hotel. And the guards open the door and they're like, come on, Haymitch, let's go. And Wyatt is following him and they're like, no, not you, sit down. We just need Haymitch. And the building is described as a single structure accessed by a huge pair of wooden doors inlaid with a pattern of golden stars. A white marble building. It's probably Snow's house. And he's not Corio at this point, obviously. He's President Snow. So let's see what happens. I'm about to go to the gym soon. By the way, this is not a free audiobook on Spotify, which upsets me, but oh well. I know the lighting is weird right now, but I have some reading updates. So that kind of like hint that I implied at last clip. So Luella is dead. She has been killed in a chariot accident. That was the tribute parade where they all go in the chariots and just like flaunt their looks and try to look good for the sponsors. So yeah, there was a chariot accident. Luella unfortunately died. It was very tragic. And then President Snow, in the last clip I said that Haymitch was going to the principal's office, like Snow's mansion. Snow and him have this whole conversation and Snow is like, okay, sweetie, come out, you can stop hiding now. And there's like a Luella body double. Before the chapter ends, it's implied like, and then Luella McCoy steps out into the room. But then it's revealed that she is a body double, a complete doppelganger, brought up by President Snow to make the audience think that nothing happened, that everything's okay, that Luella is still alive. She's really dead, but this stunt double, this body double is alive and acting as Luella McCoy. So now they're having to strategize and find out a plan without the real Luella, with this fake Luella, which is crazy. But I'm on page 145, and Beatty, right? His name is Beatty. He is plotting with Haymitch to break the arena, which I think is going to be very interesting. Could be alluding to what Katniss did in Catching Fire by destroying the arena with her bow and arrow. Let's see where it goes from here. Beatty is saying the arena has the capacity to drown itself. Creating the tribute ecosystem requires electricity, plumbing, heating, cooling, ventilation, everything your house would have. And Haymitch is like, my house doesn't have half those things. Does yours? And Beatty is like, I live in the Victor's Village now, so yes, it does. He ate with that, like literally. This book has so many funny lines. Like, they're in the midst of death and destruction and their lives are about to be changed forever, for worse probably. And there's just, Haymitch is such a sassy man. Like, I love him. So it's been a minute since I filmed. This last week has been insane. Work has been busy and I just haven't had time to like record. I haven't really wanted to record myself reading, but I do have an update. Hamish and everybody, they're in the arena now. Like he said, the pretense is over. There's no more hesitation. They are in the arena. Thankfully, he has followed Wyrus's advice and has started to run away from the action, the slaughter, and find food and water. And he's already avoided the slaughter, so he's just like basically trying to distance himself as far as possible from everybody because he is a part of the plot that Beatty has concocted to break the arena, so to speak. It was my first impression of the entrance into the arena. It was kind of like, it went a bit too fast, to be honest. Maybe because I'm so used to the books and the movies that I've already seen. Like, there was like the anticipation. There was like, maybe I'm like judging too harshly, but there was little to no anticipation for me. Maybe once I finish the book, like I'll look at it differently. I don't know, but it was scary. I'm scared for Hamish. Obviously, like I know he's gonna live, but it's just like the story behind that is just so nerve-wracking and upsetting. And I'm like, please ignore my breakouts. They're so over the top. It's insane. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I'm on page 215. So I've made a good chunk of progress. I've just been forgetting to record, honestly, and just not really feeling like it. But here I am. And that is all the updates I have for now. And I will give you more later when I have some. So we have multiple people dying. It's been crazy, but we have a Lucy Gray Easter egg. Macely is saying, she's talking about her grandma, and she said, Macely is saying about her grandma, she used to say, if I was afraid, it's okay, Macely, nothing they can take from you was ever worth keeping. Where do we know that from? Where do we know that from? If you don't know the answer, you're living under a rock. Y'all, nobody can be happy in this franchise. Nobody can be happy in this franchise. I'm at the end, and I'm gonna give a full analysis after this clip, but Hamish is back at home. He's won, obviously, and he reunites with his love. Can you see where I'm going with this? It's not funny. It's not funny. So a week has passed since I filmed that last clip. I'm getting over a cold, so if my voice sounds gross, that's why. But this book is complete. 5 stars. Automatically. I didn't even have to think about it, really. Yeah, 5 stars. This book is insane. This is probably better than Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes as a prequel because we got the insight into Hamish's character, why he is the way he is, why he's an alcoholic, all of these factors that factor into his character. The way in which his allies were killed was so graphic. I can't even describe it. I won't describe it because it's just that terrible. The amount of Easter eggs in this book, the amount of treats that are in this book for fans that have read the other books, watched the other movies, it's impeccable. The way Suzanne is able to delineate connections between all these characters and across decades is insane as an author. Like, I have to give her props. She's an amazing author for doing that. I know, like, I'm trying to write a little something right now, and it's even like connecting lines in a little paragraph I'm writing is hard. Like, it's just a craft that she has been able to hone over the years as an author, and she's amazing. Her writing obviously is sending a message about government, and with all the quotes in the beginning of the book, like in that first clip I shared with y'all, like it's literally, it's so evident. And I've heard before that she said that she only writes when she has something to say. This is evidence of that. I'm still getting better at like analyzing and articulating my thoughts on books. And I'm so sorry my voice sounds like this. This book is probably gonna make one of my best books of the year list. I know we're obviously not even halfway into the year, but this book has probably made it to one of the top spots in this list. Like, I'm so ready for the movie. Like, I'm so ready to see, like, I'm almost not even looking forward to the movie because watching the movie means I have to relive this again, and I'm just not ready for that. I'm still processing what happens to Hamish. Something I admire so much about his character is his bravery, and he's like literally a 17-year-old kid. He's the same age as Katniss when she was reaped, and they both were not supposed to be reaped, but they were reaped anyway because of how corrupt this stupid government is. And I'm just thinking, he's so young, the bravery he had and the fear he felt in him when he was a part of the breaking the arena plot. I just can't imagine how scared he must have felt. I hope the actor portrays this fear well, because these are not, I have to remember, because the movie makes me feel like they're adults because there are adults playing teenagers, but I have to remember that these are kids, these are children that are being subject to this, and it's just insane. The friendships and allies he forged with the other tributes around him, and just to watch them all fall like dominoes, every single one. It's that ugly anticipation you feel when he ends up being the last one. Like, I can't even process the grief. But yeah, I've underlined a few like quotes that I thought were interesting. Well, this is kind of stupid, but this sentence, I'm not planning to do anything else to call him out before the games begin, now that I'm part of the plot to break the machine. And I underlined that and I wrote good band name. Like, that's just stupid. Yeah, and then like Suzanne connecting Haymitch's knowledge to the Everdeens. Burdock is Katniss's dad, right? And Astrid March, I think is her name, is Katniss's mom. So right here she writes, too wasteful for my family, but the Everdeens could afford it on account of being hunters and having a little more disposable income. So right off the bat, like about a third of the book in, like we know like that family is hunters, and Burdock passes that on to Katniss. And just the epilogue, man, like I can't even. If you read the end, like you know who leaves. Suzanne, why did you have to twist the knife? Why did you have to twist the knife a little more? That was not necessary. That was very not necessary. Like, but yeah, and just the cover, the color of the book is impeccable. Like, Suzanne, you've outdone yourself again. The whole arena plot, I was like, Haymitch is gonna pull this off, I know. But it's just so, it was unfathomable for me for a second. On page 363, I wrote, something tells me this moment ain't gonna last. And y'all know, if you've read it, what moment that is. Yeah, like, heartbreak. It's the most sad I've felt about a book in a long time, and I haven't even read A Little Life yet. So for me to say that and to not even have read A Little Life, and that's about all I really have to say. Like I said, I didn't really want this to be a spoilery book. I know it came out a few weeks ago, but in case you haven't read it, this is here. This is here, not being, I try my best not to be spoiler-esque. Spoiler-esque, is that even a word? The way certain people have lost their lives in this book, like I mentioned, it's just, it's insane. I can't even. Thank you, Suzanne Collins, for this. Also, Haymitch is such a sassy little boy. He's such a sassy child. Just like, I know I said some quotes back in other clips, but he is insane for saying that on some things. Yeah, I could tell you a lot more, but I don't think I underlined them. He's just so sassy. Read the book if you haven't. Audiobook, physical book, ebook. Read this book if you have not read it already, because we all need to be on the same page about casting and stuff. Also, the casting that just came out, I kind of agree with it so far. The guy for Haymitch, I'm like, I'm probably gonna change my mind once I see his performance. If he embodies the character of Haymitch well, then I will be 100% okay with it. The girl they picked for Lenore, I think that was a good pick. Macely, I should have seen that one coming because she has been in a lot of like projects in Hollywood, obviously. McKenna Grace, I think is her name. Now when I think of Macely, I think of McKenna. Like, it's obvious. She will embody the character well. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I know I'm like so jumbled around with my thoughts, but I don't want this video to be too long because yeah, I just don't want to make long videos right now. So yeah, that is my thoughts on my scattered thoughts on Sunrise on the Reaping. Read this book if you haven't already. I'm gonna plan more videos for this summer since I will have a lot more time. Right now I'm reading Shatter Me. I'm about 65 pages into Shatter Me, so it's okay so far. It hasn't grabbed me yet, but yep, those are my thoughts on Sunrise on the Reaping. Like this video, comment, let me know your thoughts. Let me know what videos you want to see next. Just, yeah, I want to be more engaging with y'all, so I want to utilize that aspect of it. But I will see you guys later, and thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye.